Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be reviewing the Once Upon a Book Club for January 2019. Once Upon a Book Club is a monthly book subscription where they send you a book as well as gifts that go along with what's happening in the book and correlate with the page numbers. It is after shipping, at least I believe within the United States, it's around $43 and some change. Of course, on their website, there's like the box price and then you add shipping when you check out, but overall it's around that price. I will leave a link down below if you are interested in signing up. If you're into unboxing videos, I do lots of different subscription box unboxings here on my channel, from book boxes to fashion, beauty, home decor, and everything in between. So if you're into that, go ahead and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. So I will first go through everything that you get in the box and the wrapped gifts, and then towards the end, I will let you know and I'll unwrap the gifts. So if you're thinking about purchasing this, if you sign up now, I believe your first box is going to be February unless they've sold out, but it'll probably tell you on the website. But a lot of times they will put the past boxes in their shop, so you could buy them as a one-time purchase as well for past boxes. So when I get there, I will let you know, and if you don't want to see the gifts, then you don't have to. So the book this month was The Girl They Left Behind by Roxanne Belitos. That's what it looks like, and I'll talk a little bit more about the book in a second, but you also get a couple different things in this subscription. So you always get your booklet, and this says December, but I think this is January. Yes, this is the January box. I think they just probably forgot to edit it here. They do have a meet and greet with the author. The cool thing about this is that they do have like book discussion questions and things like that on their Instagrams and and they do let you know the discussion dates there and the questions that you can answer. And then they usually have a meet and greet. So this one is with the author on February 16th, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern on their Instagram. So it is kind of like a book club, and it is fun. So then you usually get a print with a quote in the book. This one says, "It is a bit of a dream, and we'll dream it with a little courage. We can dream it for the rest of our lives." So you can hang these up if you like the quotes, or do whatever you'd like with those. And then they have the book club perks. So it's this little cute little envelope that has little things. So this month there's little bookish wardrobe. Get 15% off with that code if you're interested. And then the succulent box subscription, which actually I have unboxed, they have their code, which is first box, and you can get 15% off your first subscription if you're into that. So every month, sometimes they have more, sometimes they have less, sometimes it's about a book that's coming out, so that you can get different things in here. So let me go ahead and read to you in the inner page what this book is about. They also do usually give you a signed little sticker from the author, and I always put mine in the book. They do it separately, so if you don't want to put it in the book, you don't have to, but I feel like that's an appropriate place, so I usually just stick it inside the book. So this is a World War II story, and let's go ahead and read what it's about so that you understand. On a freezing night in January 1941, a little Jewish girl is found on the steps of an apartment building in Bucharest. With Romania recently in league with the Nazis, the Jewish population is in grave danger, undergoing increasingly violent persecution. The girl is placed in an orphanage and eventually adopted by a wealthy, childless couple who named her Natalia. As she assimilates into her new life, she all but forgets the parents who were forced to leave her behind. They are even further from her mind when Romania falls under Soviet occupation. Yet as Natalia comes of age in a bleak and hopeless world, traces of her identity pierce the surface of her everyday life, leading gradually to a discovery that will change her destiny. As a teenager, she develops a secret crush on Victor, an intense young man and an impoverished student who has befriended her family. When Natalia is in her early 20s and working at a warehouse packing fruit, she and Victor, now an important official at the communist regime, cross paths again. This time, they are drawn into a passionate affair despite overwhelming obstacles and Victor's dark secrets. When Natalia is suddenly offered a one-time chance at freedom, Victor is determined to help her escape, even if it means losing her. Natalia must make an agonizing decision: remain in Bucharest with her beloved adoptive parents and the man she has come to love, or seize the chance to finally live the life of her own terms, and to confront the painful enigma of her past. Inspired by the author's true family story of survival during World War II, this dramatic and unforgettable portrait of the triumph of the human spirit is historical fiction at its very best. So this is based on the author's family story. There are some changes, and she talks in the back a little bit more about like what did she keep more true versus other parts. But I really loved this book. I really liked it this month. Last month's book I wasn't the biggest fan of, but I did really enjoy the book this month. So let me show you the wrapped gifts, and then we'll get into unwrapping them. So the first gift was on page 74 and came in this little cute box. It did have twine wrapped around it, but I took it off and couldn't figure out how to get it back on. Then on page 131, then on page 195. And last gift is on page 334. And there's usually 4 gifts. Usually if there's a hardcover, one of the gifts is like a letter or something that is not really like a true gift. And then if there's a soft back, I've noticed, then they tend to have 4 full gifts. So, but it just varies every month, and it's fun to get different things. So I will go ahead and get into the unwrapping. So if you don't want to see that, then goodbye. But let me go ahead and go to page 74. And I'll read a little bit before we get to the portion. So they put these little stickers to open your gift while you're reading. Yet when she tore away the paper, a delicate velvet box rested in her hand. She opened it slowly, gingerly, almost afraid to peek in, not expecting anything so breathtakingly lovely. A pair of ruby earrings, each with 3 crimson buds encased in the most exquisite gold. So, as you can guess, they are a pair of earrings. So they were put in like this. I believe this is probably a ring box. And let me separate the earrings. I actually wore them to work. Was it this week? Last week? I can't remember. So these are the earrings there. Oh wow, let me show you how. So they are like gold with a beautiful design there, and then they do have the 3 stones. So I have other earrings in, but you would wear them like that, and I think they are really, really cool. I actually like them. I don't own anything like it. I do like wearing hoops, specifically gold today. Not wearing that, but I really like, they're just unique, and I don't have anything like it, so I really do like them. I wore them with like a burgundy sweater to kind of bring in the red, and it looked really good. So I really, really love these earrings. The next gift was on page 131. If I can find that page. And I don't know, my hair's kind of poofing out. I used a different dry shampoo today, so please bear with me if my hair is doing funny things. I'm not really used to what it's doing. There was a rustling of sorts, too far off in the distance, like a tumble of weeds. It may have been no more than that, but she was already running. She was running recklessly at full speed toward the empty horizon, waving her scarf frantically in the air. So it is a silk scarf. It did come in a plastic, like, protection, like, thing. So there it is. I am obsessed with like silk scarves like these, and I know you can tie them on handbags, but I don't really know. I know you can like tie them around your neck somehow, like they used to in, I don't want to say the olden days, but it just looks so classy to me, and I can't figure out how to do that. Not that my fashion, I mean a hoodie and this doesn't really go together. But let me know how I should style this, because I really love that aesthetic, and it's I think it's really beautiful. So, and then the next gift is page 195, so let's get there. And this one is a letter, so it's not really, I mean, if you want to frame the letter, you could, or like, but other than that, trying to find it. Here we go. Whom did her parents know in Switzerland? Curiously, she reached inside and extracted a single sheet of paper. It was flimsy, almost transparent, and a little yellowed around the corners. Unfolding it, she held it up against the slant of the light and began reading. So basically, this is exactly written in the book what's on this letter, and this is a letter that she pulled out of the safe, and it's a letter from her birth parents. I don't want to give away too much if you haven't read the book, but it is the letter from her birth parents in 1944, and I don't remember what year she was in at that point in the book. But so like I said, it is actually kind of a pretty letter. So if you, and they print it really nicely on paper, and they add some like aging effects. So if you did want to like frame it or like Mod Podge it, do something with it, you could use it. But other than that, there's not a lot you are gonna want to do with that one. But it is kind of fun to like feel like you're the character opening the letter. Then the last gift is on page 334. Which is towards the end of the book, and they usually try to spread them out so that it kind of motivates you to keep reading, and it makes it a little bit more exciting. So if you're not big into reading, this actually can be motivational. Let's see. A journal of sorts, old, with a cover curling around the edges. There was a mug stain in the shape of a half moon right in the center, and the spine had been secured with a glossy band of tape. Let's go ahead and open it up. And it is Yosef's journal, which is her birth father. So take it off, and it is this beautiful, I don't know if it's true leather, ooh, I got a piece of tape on it, journal. And it was tied all pretty when I got it, but I opened it. So on the inside, like in the book, it has her baby picture. And then it has this poem that her father wrote here, which is in the book as well. And then it's just a normal notebook. I definitely want to use the notebook, but I'll probably take this picture out because that's a random baby. I don't know whose baby, that's a little creepy. And then whether or not I leave the poem in, I'm not sure. I don't want to do anything that would damage like the binding of the book, and I think that you kind of have to keep, you can take this off of the page, but I don't think you can take out the poem because otherwise it'll mess up the binding of the book. But it is a really cute notebook. I wish that maybe they had, with this, done the same thing where they had taped it in so that like this you could just peel off of the paper that it's done to in case you didn't want to keep this in there, because I don't know, you know, you may be using it for something else. So you definitely can't really regift this notebook. You know, some of the things, if you get that you don't like, you can definitely regift. This is one that would be kind of weird if you regifted unless the person knew that you got it in the subscription. So I really loved the book this month, and generally love this subscription. I wasn't really a huge reader and I wanted to get back into reading, and this subscription really helped me because it's motivating to go through there and feel like you're a character in the book. Like I said, I will leave a link down below if you are interested in signing up for this subscription. If you want this specific box, you will have to buy it from their store. Whether or not they have that available now, I'm not sure. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video.